In My Judgement, a psychological horror experience on Roblox developed by Sinhill's unit, players step into the role of a judge, tasked with reviewing legal cases and determining appropriate sentences. The game challenges players to make moral decisions, often presenting cases with ambiguous details that test our judgment. My Judgement, play. So who's this? Hello. Let's go over our country's community standards. I'll try to summarize this for you. Homicide is basically when one person causes the death of another person. There are two types of homicide, culpable and non-culpable. Culpable homicide is when somebody is blameworthy of another person's death. Non-culpable is the opposite. How can someone not be blameworthy? Well, situation like self-defense with justified force and just self-defense. Anyways, if you want to read the board, go ahead. Click to continue. Okay, let's read. A person commits homicide when directly or indirectly by any means he causes the death of a human being. Kind of homicide. Homicide is culpable, what she told. Homicide is not culpable. A person commits culpable homicide when he causes the death of a human being by means of an unlawful act, by criminal negligence, by causing that human being by threats or fear of violence, or by deception, to do anything that causes his death. Okay, click. Murder is a serious offense. It is mandatory life sentence. Murder is first degree when it is planned and deliberate. Second degree is only when it's deliberate. Keep reading if you want. Okay. She summarized it well. Oh, I forgot. Sometimes people do not have any intent in causing death, like reckless behavior. There is no mandatory minimum sentence except when a firearm is used, and then it's minimum 4 years. This is where things get fuzzy for murder on account of mental disorders. Instead, they go before a review board for a decision. Alright, I think you are ready. Are you sure? I don't know if I feel ready. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow we'll see. Select a day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday is special. Let's start with Monday. Oh, hello, we meet again. Hello again, how are ya? Alright, let's get on with business. This week you will practice choosing the correct sentence for crimes related to murder. Don't worry, I've made them shorter for your convenience. Thank God, I can't read all that. That's a lot of words. Introduction. On September 21st, 2023, the applicants, Milo Shaggy and Sven Fedora, collectively the applicants, were found guilty by a jury for the murder of John Doe. John Doe? The facts of the offense. So, late on June 11 and into the early mornings hours of June 12, 2020, John Doe attended at Block 8 Heights, Block 8, in the southeast part of Graymore. Mr. Doe, Mr. Shaggy, and the second applicant, Sven Fedora, were captured on video socializing in front of Block 8, on the driveway in front of the garage. The encounter seemed to be a happy one at first. The parties are seen laughing and hugging. However, at some point, things took a turn, and he brandished an object which looked like a firearm. Oh. Shortly after 1 a.m., Mr. Doe again returned to Block 8. He exited his car and was immediately confronted by an angry-looking Mr. Shaggy. As Mr. Doe turned to leave, Mr. Fedora can be seen grabbing his arm and his shoulders to prevent him from returning to his car. Mr. Fedora then punched Mr. Doe multiple times, and Mr. Fedora fell to the ground. Imagine picking on a fight and then getting punched to the ground. Over the next 10-15 minutes, Mr. Doe was punched, kicked, dragged above the roadway, and hit with a linked sword wielded by him. Whoa, a sword? Mr. Doe died in front of Block 9 Heights. What is the decision? Life sentence? I mean, they did plan it, sort of. Over here, he left. Things did seem upset, but he did leave. But when he returned, that's when they decided to beat him up. So I feel like it was planned. I mean, it's murder. I don't think it's a light sentence. I'm going to say this. Confirm. Okay, let me see what you picked. Oh, what am I doing here? I need to check on him. I need to check on who? I'm being attacked. I don't know what is happening to me, but I'm being hurt. Something is hurting me and I can't seem to stop it. Who do I need to check on and who's being hurt? There's another note here. I'm not crazy, I swear, but I hear these voices. They keep insulting me and calling me horrible things. I really don't know what is happening. I'm so scared. I've called the police multiple times and they have done nothing. Baby, go to therapy? I don't know what the police will do if you're hearing voices. It's a baby? I will figure this out. Okay. Well, did I check on him? I go back to sleep. Tuesday. Sorry for disappointing you yesterday. I promise I'll try better today. Another day, another crisis. Okay. Introduction and overview. On March 2016, Robert Firebrand, the accused, was convicted by a jury in Lackport in relation to the death of Ryan. Mr. Firebrand and his roommates attended at Lackport Friendship Association hangout during the early morning hours of December 26, 2009 with the intention of stealing Bloxy Cola and money they believed to be on their premises. The accused was dressed all in black, wearing a hoodie, old pants, old shoes, and gloves when the incident occurred. Accused roommate then grabbed Ryan, at which point a fight broke out in the alley before they all moved inside the hangout. Ryan was reported to have put up a scrap and was beating on the accused roommate. Oh damn. During the pursuit, the accused shot Ryan twice in the lower back. The accused later burned his clothes and shoes in a 45-gallon drum. Oh my god. This was planned. Strong family support. The accused behavior to release as per. Wait, Bloxy Cola free. Is this like a safe word instead of saying alcohol? I feel like it is. This is a hard one because I want to say the murder was pre-planned because he had a gun. That's suspicious. Why did he have a gun? The obvious answer should be this, but I'm second guessing but we also have to consider that from these paragraphs we can see that he is choosing to recover, he is doing better, he is doing efforts to rehabilitate himself as said in this paragraph. So low-key, this time I do want to go with this. Let's see if I'm correct. Confirm. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yay for me. Thank you. I made one mistake, but thank you. Huh? I went online and I realized I was not alone. There are many people who are going through the same thing as me. It's been the neighbors this whole time. They're the ones speaking in my head. Your neighbors are speaking in your head. So is this our POV when we get home? Like, is this someone else's story? Is it our story? Oh. Let's check on the kid. How's the baby doing? I have no choice but to fight back. New day, new me. Wednesday. Hello, we meet again. So, in today's case, there's a thing called the guest report. Oh, guests, like guests on Roblox. When guests are being prosecuted for a crime, judges have to consider the guest report. They made a whole damn race. The guests. On January 27, 2010, Nub Nub viciously attacked and beat Kai over a 10-minute period on an LRT train in front of numerous passengers. Kai was placed on life support and died 2 days later. As the train proceeded from Biddleman to Obigate, all of the other passengers on the train car exited at Obigate station, so he died of head injuries. So Nub Nub said he is going to be alright. I know he's going to be okay. He's a tough kid. So you knew him? Large quantities of Bloxy Cola. Oh my god, it is alcohol. It is alcohol. Oh, has a mild to moderate but not severe intellectual disability. Oh my god, this is a tough one. Nub Nub D gets to experience and continues to experience intergeneration effects stemming from his family's shared intergeneration impacts of the Guest Act. You know, at first I was thinking that this should be the answer, that he's not guilty under account of mental disorder, but from reading this part, especially the guest report, I don't think this is the decision. This would be wrong. However, I'm feeling this answer. I know I've just been clicking this answer and I could totally be wrong because 3 times the charm? Let's go, let's do it. Confirm. The moment you all been waiting for. Oh my god. Oh. Wow. I've got to head out, pick up my daughter. Daughter? Huh? I didn't. What relation do we have with that woman? Maybe we're taking care of her daughter, cause she said her daughter, not ours. So the baby in there is the daughter, or is that someone else? I'm seeing a lot of, well, not a lot of, but I'm seeing religious themes in the notes. You can be justified for certain things if it is according to the law of the Most High. People get murder and self-defense mixed up. Self-defense is justified. If I go to jail, it is for defending myself. Okay, second last day, Thursday. On to the next case. There are no names, only their initials. Honestly, that is so much more easier for me. So EZZ was born in 1984. He is the biological son of the deceased. Deceased lived alone in a small cabin. EZZ went into the house to find something to open the packaging on the hot dogs. EZZ turned, and so he told his wife, I assume, to take her kids and go back to the town where their mother resides. So EZZ went back to the deceased cabin, but he went to the cabin which was 100 yards away from the main house. He became angry and began to yell at the dead, punched the dead with a closed fist. The force of the punch caused the deceased to fall out of the chair and onto the floor. He continued to punch the deceased while he was laying on the ground. His wife saw what was happening, came to the cabin. She screamed at EZZ to leave. He did not leave. She called the police. What did he say in the voicemail? I just confronted our family demon that ruined everybody's lives. I need your backup in court for what he did and how he ruined everybody's lives. I had to save my family and I don't care about anything else. Call me back when you get this as soon as possible. So he told his wife to get out, otherwise she's going to get hurt. She ran out and down to her family. Okay, so I read the defense, but like it was not premeditated, and after the violent offense, it says over here he demonstrated good character. He also demonstrated significant remorse and suffered from major depression. It's low-key feeling like this because it was not premeditated. I'm locking this. I don't know. What is it? Oh, so is that the answer to everything but the first one? Are you kidding me? Oh, we are losing it. Oh, lots of notes. I cannot read that. Okay, girl, I cannot read that. I'm sorry. This really hurts my head. How's the baby doing? Hello. I will do anything to protect you. Well, that's nice. I mean, don't kill anyone, but you know what? It's nice. Let's go. Friday. Oh, it's long. Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna read the whole thing and then I'm gonna summarize what happened. Yeah, it is long. This is going to take me a while. So I'm gonna read all of this and summarize. So this case involves a defendant who has committed severe crime under really complex situation. So from what I can tell, the person we have been following this entire time in that house who seemed to be paranoid and had been having hallucinations. He was actively psychotic at the time. He got admitted to a hospital before the murder. He was giving medication but he refused to take them, and the child he had in the house is actually his niece's son, I think. And he kept feeling like the neighbors were controlling his mind, the child's mind. And these are the messages that we saw in the notes. He said the voices had been active for over 2 years, and he was asked why he decided to take the action on this date. He testified that a new year was coming and that he could not let the attacks on him continue for another year. It was clear from Mr. Dominus' testimony that he believed that his actions were justified. He did have a religious background, which would explain the whole high power, high stuff he was talking about. That is what is confusing me, because from what I can tell, I was going to choose this. that kind of makes it feel like, but also, you know, he was psychotic, he had hallucinations. He testified that he was a religious man. He believed that it was wrong to kill except in circumstances such as self-defense or war. I feel like, honestly, this seems like the best choice. I think I'm gonna go with this. Confirm. Okay. I feel so bad for the victim's family. It must have been really hard to accept a court decision like that. And the mental battle the accused was going through, it must be horrible. I don't even know how to feel. Who is even in the wrong in that situation? Like, the victim did not deserve that. But we have to also point out that the one who killed was also not in the right mind. So who can say? Is it society's responsibility to identify threats like him? Why isn't it his responsibility to seek help? Facts. Oh. Honestly, that is such a deep story. I really, really enjoyed that. There's no black and white. There is no one side to the coin. There are many facts, and you could argue that, yeah, what the killer did was wrong, but also he was not in the right space. But, like, you know, he still killed somebody, he still took someone's life. He even believes what he did wasn't wrong. So I would really love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Leave them in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye.